So, a bit of a message being sent there. Lots going on in the city of St. John today on the sports front. St. John Vito's taking on the Moncton Flyers in midget AAA hockey action right now at the LBR. St. John trailing Moncton in that series, 6-0. So Moncton can move on in that series today. A powerhouse the Flyers have this year that went 30-3 in the regular season, as the Vitos are undergoing a rebuilding process right now. Try to get you a score there a little bit later. So Huget up on the line.
Huget knocks down the first one. Now lining things up. 32-26. And just like that, 32-27. Handling point guard responsibilities now. Cortland Bluford brings things up, surveys the floor. Coming in with that play that Coach Jackson just called in. Looks like a bit of a double motion as Isaac Kwan now has the ball up top. Two Rainmen all over him. Cortland Bluford with the outside shot. DJ Young.
Oh, denied.
Jara finally decides to lay one in instead of dunking it and finds the bottom of the net.
I'm out, Coach. I'm done now.
Yeah.
And Jara takes out Cortland Bluford on the defensive setup on that one. Bluford's never going to win that battle.
Jara now in the post.
Body to body with Anderson. Now Bluford.
Lots of contact, but no foul call.
I'm looking at Anderson going up the court at 2:15. No way. Maybe in his freshman year at Simon Fraser.
Dave, of course, hoping that we see Halifax in the finals.
Yeah, you know what? We haven't really talked about it, but obviously two of the four teams that are going to the playoffs in action tonight. And yes, obviously it would be a big upset for St. John to take out London, but it's absolutely plausible. It can happen. We've seen them play them hard this year. We've shown that London's got some kinks in the armor lately. And Halifax, give them full credit. Closed a 6-point gap on the Quebec Cavs to get that home court advantage and move into the number 2 seed for the playoffs. So absolutely that this could be a precursor to the NBL Finals. And if Steve DeLuca shoots like that, that'll help him.
Steve DeLuca's outside shooting really carried St. John early in the season, and with all the lineup changes, he dropped down the rotation a little bit as they were trying to acclimatize these new guys. Not a knock at all against his talent, because he's just a team-first type guy.
Double digits now for DeLuca with 10, as Bluford finds Kwan. And it's his turn now! Isaac Kwan, big shot from the outside. And the Mill Rats have opened up an 11-point lead.
Reminder, folks at home, this is St. John's bench right now. This is the squad that comes in when the starters need a rest, and they've extended this lead now 40-29 in favor of the home side. Trying to count the people, Dave?
That's it. I'm looking for. I got some friends in the crowd here. I just want to wave out to them.
Clearly, they don't want to. They don't want to be acknowledged by
Those
you.
would be the people ducking when I look at them.
That's right.
Okay.
I can hear it now. Shh.
Look, he's looking. He's looking. He's looking.
Ah, yes.
And there's a loose ball. Finding himself all alone is Mr. Hagen for a deuce. Hagen, the 5'9", 165-pounder, who was played at both Midwestern and at Rice. And P.J. Young, that had a little bit of crazy leg kick to it on that one.
Yeah, Coogan would be proud, but he drew a little bit of contact up top, and then to be called for a tic-tac foul like that on the other end, after getting your arm hit twice at the other end on the offensive set. Big matchup in the NBA as the Knicks are in Boston right now with a 10-point lead in the second quarter. A lot of talk there about Jeremy Lin perhaps taking his seat and Baron Davis getting the starting role at the point guard position now that he's back.
Nice option to have for the Knicks.
Yeah.
And of course this afternoon, the Lakers and the Heat, Lakers and Orlando.
No, you had it right the first
Lakers
time.
and Heat, yeah, that's right, sorry.
Coming off that
the All-Star.
The Dwayne Wade hard foul, broken nose concussion to Kobe Bryant. I'll be teleporting out of here at the end of this game to see that one at home.
Yeah. Listening to ESPN this morning, they're all looking for somebody in LA as Quan goes up with the miss. And Jara brings it down!
The fan base here for St. John's been waiting for that one all day, and Modibo Jara letting out the cry. He was happy after he knocked that one down.
But looking for somebody in LA, the first opportunity to hard foul Wade and send the message and stand up for his teammates, as we know Kobe has stood up for some of his teammates this season, especially around trade rumors.
I love how Kobe handles it in the media. They asked him what he thought about it, and he said, honestly, Dwayne Wade's a nicer guy than I am.
Bluford goes in. Nice little finger roll there. And will take the bonus shot as Upshaw will check back into the game for Halifax in favor of Chris Hagan. So Hagan sits down. Notched up 4 points. 1 for 7 for the field and hit both his free throws. Upshaw, McCullough, obviously not going to count on that one as Levitt will come back into the game.
Third step, that's just not allowed.
No, they frown on that. So Levitt back in the game, 6'6", 215 pounds out of Alabama State. Just over 4 minutes to go in the quarter. P.J. Young, oh, nice off the right-handed in. 11 points the difference in favor of the home side. And nice shot from the outside was Brian McCullough.
Brian McCullough, the UNC, wearing colors he's very familiar with.
Yeah, the former Tar Heel. Of course, UNC gave it to Duke yesterday south of the border. Probably the biggest rivalry in college basketball.
Saw a statistic about the percentage of NBA players that come from those two schools, and it was something like 30% from those two schools alone, and then everyone else dropped right off.
Yeah. Of course, a young guy by the name of Michael Jordan found his way through University of North Carolina. A basketball player that didn't even make his high school team when he first tried out for it. So for you young kids out there that are playing basketball or hockey or any sport, just do the best you possibly can. As long as you're having fun out there, that's all that matters. And good things will happen.
Or for those high school coaches at home, you know, you're making those cuts. Maybe you'll end up at his, he was at the Hall of Fame induction, and I told you so.
Yeah.
See that last play from Jara there as he goes to the floor to try to get the ball.
Dead ball.
We got a packed halftime today.
Yes, we have a very busy halftime. Selma will be interviewing one of the Mill Rats at halftime.
Selma's going to try to get a word with Steve DeLuca.
Okay.
Talk to him about how it feels to get back out on the court to some extended minutes.
You're going to talk to Eric Crookshank.
Yep.
And then I've got Steve Yagopoulos coming in.
Eric Crookshank, I think really up for 2 awards, 6th Man of the Year coming off the bench for Halifax and Defensive Player of the Year. Just outstanding in both areas.
barely give us enough time to throw a couple of Harbor dogs down our throats and get back at it. Haywood outside Johnson, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Upshaw will take it. And they'll let that one roll into the bench. And inbound now for Halifax. Driving hard was Haywood. As Coach Jackson.
If we can get that one up on replay, though, Steve DeLuca, a little bit of a hip check there. It may have been embellished for sure by Joey Haywood, but contact was made under the basket in plain view of the referee.
Of course, Coach Jackson's got his Rogers blazer on. We just haven't had the logo put onto it yet, but we'll make sure we'll look after that after the game.
Here's another look here. DeLuca in right in behind him. Yeah, just enough to let Haywood let that go.
Yeah. The Halifax sidelines a little vocal on that one. I've always found it curious how two coaches can see a play from two completely different perspectives. Yeah, it's funny how that happens.
The training's similar. Probably the experience very similar.
Yes. We'll have to find out who the official optician is for the NBL of Canada.
Foul is on Brian McCullough, and Cortland Bluford will come to line.
Cortland Bluford now steps to the line. Calmly knocks down the first one. Tyrone Levitt getting ready to check in for the Halifax side.
Johnson to Haywood. There's a rainbow from the outside that's not going to make it off the hands of Justin Johnson. And there goes Haywood. Nice little delay action in the air there to bring that one down as he was running out of real estate real quick.
In a real foot race there with Steve DeLuca.
PJ Young puts it up. Oh, just fails to convert.
Halifax now looking to cut into this lead heading into the half. They brought it to within 6.
So coming up at halftime, again, we will have Eric Cruikshank of the Halifax Raymond for a couple of minutes with Jason. Well, Steve DeLuca spent some time with Selma Killisley. With 50 seconds to go. Hate when that happens.
It's when you forget to wipe it off afterwards. PJ Young now.
Of course, it's 70s night here at Harbor Station. Most of the music coming from a 70s montage theme.
Got a lot of this stuff on 8-track, I imagine.
Oh, I got 8-track, I got LPs, 45s, I got her all. I remember when the Sony Walkman came out. Man, we were cool. Didn't have to carry that big boombox on your shoulders anymore. Yeah.
Not the good old days.
Yeah. Cruikshank, 13 seconds to go on the shot clock. Outside to Upshaw. Upshaw drives and pays the price on that one as PJ Young knocks it out of his hands. Nice aggression by Upshaw, and he takes a smack to the face for his efforts. .5 to go on the clock. Big arc on that one.
Calm. Ice water in his veins as the St. John faithful booing down upon him.
We've seen the education of the St. John basketball fans enhanced over the last 2 seasons.